Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to the Pajama Party. Woo! I am Ketel. I'm here with Redwine.
Bonsoir, everybody.
And Poppa DD, we got him tied up, so I guess we'll untie him in the short.
Yeah.
But we getting this party started right now. What we sipping on, Redwine?
We got some birthday party. What they call birthday cake shots.
Okay, all right.
Birthday cake shots, because guess whose birthday it is?
Whose birthday?
It's Ketel's birthday. Hello. Happy birthday, Ketel.
All right now, thank you very
We're
much.
about to get this party started. So speaking of parties, why don't you talk about the party?
Well, this is a big double nickel, but it's all good. I'm looking good. We're going to have it at the White House. If people are familiar with where the old Ibex used to be, it's down the street from that.
Let's say the other White House.
The other White House. This is the other White House. Folks, you can get the information on our website at apajamaparty.com.
Well, we'll get the interns to put it up there.
Okay.
The party's tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night, yeah.
We'll give out the information in case they don't put it up in time.
Okay, all right. This Saturday, July 29th, from 9 p.m. to 1. Don't come at no 1:30, 2 o'clock, because you ain't going to get in. Simple as that. And it's at 1410 Missouri Avenue Northwest, and that's in Washington, D.C., 20011. So put that on your MapQuest. So just come on and check us out. We're going to party till we can't party no more. So I put everybody out, I guess.
Oh, and what's the theme for the party?
Oh, the theme is rubies and gold.
Okay, now.
Watch out now.
Rubies and gold.
Yeah, if ruby is red.
Okay, yeah, you better break that down.
And gold is gold. Hey.
There you go. So you about those jewels.
That's what I'm talking about. And the things that I like, I've been telling folks, look, pass to get in the door is vodka and tequila. Simple as that.
Okay, so bring vodka or bring tequila.
There you go.
Or if you're feeling it, bring both.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Yeah, I won't be mad.
Okay, I won't be mad either.
Look, you might be able to stay a little longer then. Maybe it won't put you out at 1.
Okay.
Maybe you'll stay for the after party.
I like it. Well, we're going to veer from our format a little bit because we're in party mode.
I know that's right.
And we want to shout out TLC. You remember TLC?
Yeah.
They got a new cutout called Way Back, talking about we go way back.
All right.
You know, giving some play to the nostalgia, the music back in the day and all. It's really hot, so we want to share that with you while we go and get another birthday cake.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Bartender, can you hook us up?
All right.
So check this out. This is a TLC new cut. We go way back.
It's been a long time coming. Ain't seen you around. Time keeps on passing, but you still my bitch. Can't tell us nothing, and it's go way back.
What's the number 25? Fishing, listen, reminiscing about the days of way back. Hey, where the ladies at? I need a fine one, top designer. Baby, can you help me find one? A real one, not a phony. I wanna own me, never leave me lonely. Be my tenderoni. 1 hour photo together, take a few flicks together. That'll last forever. Whether we do, you do, me too. See through it all. Now creep with the dog. Don't let the raindrops stop you. I got you. This is so evolutionarily proper. Now what the future holds, no one knows. But the past is a blast, game overload. It's like good times, my favorite episode. I'm just the same OG, giving y'all a little TLC.
When we were growing and shit got tough, we kept it going, going out in the street. No signs of slowing, yeah. It's still nothing but a thing to pick up where we left off, yeah. Don't you ever think that's gone all that other shit we went through. You know I remember, yeah. Don't you ever wish one day we could reminisce. It feels like we were just together. 'Cause we go way back, like Prince and Marvin Gaye, like Southside on Sunday. Some things don't ever change, yeah, you and me. 'Cause we go way back, James Brown and Michael J, like them high school parties. Some things don't ever change, yeah, you and me. We go way back, way back, way back, way back, way back, yeah. 'Cause we go way back, way back, way back, way back, way back. We go way back, like Prince and Marvin Gaye, like Southside on Sunday. Some things don't ever change, James Brown and Michael J, like them high school parties.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I am Ketel. I'm here with Redwine.
Bonsoir. And that was TLC's latest song, Way Back.
All right.
Now give us a call, 91. What's the number?
914-803-4306 and
Step
press
away from yourself.
and press 1.
Let us know what you think of that. If you haven't seen the video, you can find it on YouTube, Vivo, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But let us know what you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling that song. I like it.
TLC, they've come a long way.
Yeah.
You know, it's only 2 of them because they tried to find a third person, but it didn't work.
No, that chemistry just wasn't
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So they rocking it with just the 2 of them.
Nothing wrong with that.
And Chili still looks the same.
She does. Both of them do. T-Ball's kind of like blew up a little bit, but
Well,
she's
she's on medication.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, that's true.
So, but they look good.
Yeah.
And they sound good. I mean, that sounds like TLC.
It does, yeah.
You know, they haven't tried to make themselves, sound
that's true,
different or trying to keep up with anything. They're just doing their thing.
They just doing them.
Shout out to T-Boss and Chili and Left Eye.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
We got one more for you before we go into the rundown. Vivian Green. Probably everybody's heard this one, but this is one of her latest songs. It's called Work. You can again call in, let us know what you think about this one. Let's go to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vivian Green.
It's that grown folk music.
Can nobody do what you do to my body? Make me wanna tell somebody. But if I do, they'll try and rob me. Make me so lazy, I don't wanna get out of bed. I lose track of time like all the time.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. That was Vivian Green and Work.
Gotta put in that work.
I know that's right.
It make me never want to get out of bed.
I am Ketel, and I am here with Redwine.
Bonsoir. What's up, Ketel? Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. We having some happy birthday shouts.
Yes, we are. Forgive us for changing our format. We're celebrating Ketel's birthday while we got Poppa DD tied up. She didn't let us do what we wanted to do, so we're taking over the studio tonight.
I know that's right.
We'll let him up in a little while.
Okay.
We just had to take a minute. Let the ladies run this thing.
I know that's right.
So anyway, let's go into what's next. Oh, the rundown?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what's happening for tonight? What you got for us?
Hot topics. I mean, this is literally hot off the press.
Yes, hot off the press.
Let me get these names right. Scaramucci goes on a crash rant. Rinse?
Right. Don't start me up.
Right. Priebus resigns. General John Kelly replaces him. Interesting. Wait a minute. President Trump brought him out of retirement.
He's a retired general.
Oh, him mercy. We gonna get into that. Trump tweets against trans soldiers. Also, Boy Scouts are forced to apologize for Trump's political speech. Hit it and quit it headlines. Tainted alcohol in Mexico. Apple discontinues iPod Nano and Shuffle. What? That was my favorite thing.
There's a lot of people upset about that.
I don't know what's up with that. Republicans' health care bill goes down in flames again. And also, judge pulls order to reduce jail time for birth control. We got a Black History Minute, the Silent March. Now, I haven't heard of this, but this is interesting. Some good stuff. What's popping with Poppa DD? The CTE brain study in the NFL. We're going to lighten it up for you, our weird news. One-armed clown arrested after terrorizing town. That's a lot. That's a lot of T's. Man accused of smuggling king cobras in potato chip cans.
Wow.
You guys better watch out. You know, I love Pringles, so I better watch out. Yeah, we're going to get into the story, see what kind it is. And drug dealer passed off broccoli as marijuana.
I don't understand.
Really, I don't either. I'm just saying with Redwine, Trouble in Paradise. Living for the City with Poppa DD. Got a surprise for us tonight. My Hollywood wrap-up. I'm going to talk about June Foray, Angelina Jolie, Kate Hudson, Justin Bieber, and the Michael Jackson estate. We are sipping on the cocktail of the week, which is the birthday cake shots.
Yeah.
Hello, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Kiss It list and the last word. So sit back, relax. We're going to get our groove on. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. Also, we got a birthday coming up, which is mine tonight. Officially, It is tonight.
Happy birthday, Ketel.
Thank you. 728. That is the number. Who knows? It might have came out tonight. But I'm celebrating the double nickel. And the party's going to be tomorrow at the White House. That's the other White House.
Right.
This was on 1410 Missouri Avenue Northwest in Washington, D.C. Zip is 20011. It starts tomorrow at 9 until 1. Don't come at 1:15, 1:30. Ain't happening. Because we starting on time at 9.
Okay.
And I'm putting y'all asses out at once.
Ketel, my producer is talking in my ear saying that we've got a birthday wish coming in for you.
Oh, okay.
So they want to go ahead and put that through. So let me see who we got for you.
Happy
Right,
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you old thing from another world, you.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Happy birthday from Porky Pig.
Oh,
They're coming
Lord.
in for you.
But that's all.
Yeah, that's So we're going to get into this first hot topic, and I've got that one, right?
Okay.
Okay, Scaramucci. Let's talk about the Mooch,
Mm.
as he's known in D.C. now.
Mhm.
Scaramucci this week went into this rant talking to a reporter from the New Yorker.
Mhm.
I guess that's a magazine, right? The New Yorker.
Mhm.
And I don't know what came over him, but he went into this whole vulgar rant,
Mhm.
said a bunch of crazy stuff, and he told the reporter, her name is Lisa, I'm trying to find her last name, he told her that if it was up to him, he would have fired a whole lot of people.
Mhm.
He said, they'll all be fired by me. And then he said, I fired one guy the other day, and I got 3 or 4 people that I'm going to fire tomorrow, and I'll get to the person who leaked all that information. And then he started saying he thinks that Reince Priebus is the leaker. And
Wow.
he said, and if he's the one, if you want to leak something, he'll be asked to resign very shortly.
Mhm.
And he just said that a couple days ago, and as you know, big story came out, which I'm going to talk about in a minute.
Mhm.
Reince just resigned.
Wow.
So I don't know if he claims he's not the leaker, but anyway, you know, he went on to say that he and Priebus are like brothers that rough each other up once in a while.
Mhm.
But then he went on and he was on Bannon, Steve Bannon. He said some crazy stuff about him. And then I hate to repeat what he said,
Mhm.
but for those of you who didn't know, because on TV they can't even say it.
Mhm.
He said, and I quote, I'm not Steve Bannon. I'm not trying to suck my own beep.
Ooh.
That's what he said.
Ooh.
He said, I'm not trying to build my brand off of the effing strength of the president. I'm here to serve the country.
Wow.
So he was talking smack about Priebus, talking smack about Bannon. Then he got on Twitter and tried to backpedal a little bit, talking about, I sometimes use colorful language. So all of that stuff he said, now he calls it colorful language.
Okay. It ain't black and white. It's color.
It's colorful. He said, I will refrain in this arena, but I will not give up on the passionate fight for Donald Trump's agenda.
Mhm.
That's what he said. And now that what we found out in the midst of all this is that the communications director, which is his position, he reports directly to the president.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't report to, like, the chief of staff, which was Priebus' position until he resigned today.
Mhm.
He reports directly to the president, and I think that's going to end up being a problem.
Mhm.
Because if you recall, he had a problem with the president hiring. I mean, Priebus had a problem with the president hiring Scaramucci.
Mhm.
And when he voiced his concerns about that, there was a big thing about that, basically saying, I don't know if he actually said it's him or me, but the fallout is Scaramucci's in and Priebus is out. So
there's a lot going on.
And then speaking of Priebus, of course, now this just happened late this evening. Priebus resigned. Now, he told CNN he actually resigned on yesterday, but it wasn't announced until this evening.
Mhm.
He's being replaced as Chief of Staff by Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly, who's a retired general. Now, Priebus was only in his position as the Chief of Staff for just 6 months since Trump has been president. And, of course, where did Trump announce it? On Twitter. Instead of, doing things in any kind of formal way, he got on Twitter and told the world, what was going on. So on Twitter, Trump said, I'm pleased to inform you that I have just named General Secretary John F. Kelly as White House Chief of Staff. He's a great American and a great leader. John has also done a spectacular job at Homeland Security.
Oh.
He's been a true star of my administration. So.
He's talking like that, Redwine?
Yeah, that's pretty well. I can't imitate him, and I'm not going to try.
Oh, Lord.
But sources close to Priebus told CNN throughout Friday that Priebus was not going to resign. So something happened between early Friday, and then a group of them flew to Long Island because they were dealing with the situation with the gang MS-13. The president and some other people, Rice Priebus was there, and I'm not sure if Scaramucci was there, but some other people were on the plane. They were in Long Island, and by the time the president came back is when he drops this bomb tweet that he's replacing him with this general.
So it sounds like he had a conversation. He was up in the air, and he had a conversation. He probably said F him, and he probably said F you.
Well,
and
according to the interview, now I watched the interview on CNN, and Priebus told Wolf, what's his name, Wolf. He told Wolf that he and the president had been having these conversations for quite some time.
See what I'm saying?
Talking about that the president sometimes, has to be able to, what did he call it, reboot? Reboot things and make changes, and that it's fine, that he still is supporting the president's agenda and all of this kind of stuff, but I think he really had no choice. He had to save face at this point.
Who? Donald Trump?
Priebus. I mean, Scaramucci called him everything but a child of God.
And what he said, he didn't want to work with him, right?
Yeah. Scaramucci made it very clear he did not want to work with Priebus. When he was asked to take on the role as the communications director, he said, I don't want to work with that guy. And now that guy is out.
Wow.
So I don't know. It looks like either Scaramucci got more juice than people realized,
right,
or maybe it was just a bunch of circumstances that just coincidentally all just happened the way they happened. I don't believe that.
Yeah. They was having some. I mean, if we were the fly on the walls, or they were talking on the phone. Wow, I'm trying to tell you, we could get to the bottom of it, but it's like stuff is just happening overnight.
Yeah. Well, word on the street is that Priebus didn't even have the respect of the West Wing staff.
Wow.
That there was issues like, for example, when he would call staff meetings, roughly half of the staff would even bother to show up.
Wow.
So there was a level of disrespect and people feeling like, oh, it's his meeting, I can blow that off.
Right.
And then you've got the president's grown children and son-in-law who have a direct channel to the president. They're not going through the chief of staff. They're going directly to him, bypassing Priebus.
Which they supposed to. They should.
Well, normally you would have to go through the chief of staff to get to the president. But because these are his family,
right,
they don't have to go through the chief of staff.
Same way.
But once this general gets in there, it's interesting when John Kelly comes in.
Yeah.
I think he might shake things up some and tell them, you know what? I don't care if you're his mama. You're going to come through me before you get to him.
And to me, that's the way things should be, because things get misconstrued. Donald Trump may say one thing to the daughter or son or daughter and say something different to the journal.
Exactly.
And
so the chief of staff is the one who's supposed to keep everything
in order, right?
And keep the order, exactly.
Right.
Keep the order.
Right.
Keep the all the events and everything has to be structured a certain way.
Right.
And right now, everything is pretty much willy-nilly.
Yes, everything's in disarray. That's what it seems like. Yeah.
I think it's like this comedian said one time about how she paid her bills. She said, what I do is I put them in my hand and I throw them in the air, and whatever lands on the table, that's what I pay. So whatever lands on the floor, catch you next month.
Okay.
And it seems like that's how they run in the White House.
Right.
So
it's just like you said, there's no order. It like you said, the general, maybe he's gonna straighten things up.
I think he's going to, but you know what? Some of the problem, though, is coming from the top.
True that.
And I think when you have a dysfunctional head, the rest of the body is not going to function correctly either.
Because he's not going to listen to anybody.
Exactly.
He's going to do what he wants to do. If the chief of staff's supposed to, say, keep things organized and make suggestions on things, You think Donald Trump going to listen? Hell to the no.
See, he needs to have somebody in there that will tell him that's not the way you do it.
Right.
And will stand up and have the balls to say to him, no, you can't do it like that.
Well, see, in the next breath, Donald Trump saying, you're fired.
That's true.
See, that's
well, like I said, you got to have the balls to stand up to him and say, look, you can fire me if you want.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you that you can't get on Twitter and make grand statements about policy changes when you haven't talked to the people that are in charge of those areas. You can't do that.
You're right. That's true. You're so
which is exactly what he's done this week, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff doesn't work. So anyway, that's what's happening with those two stories.
Wow, that's just crazy. Mhm.
It's been a crazy week.
Yeah, it has. Everything Trump, but it's just what it is.
Yeah, I hate to keep talking about him, but
okay,
that's what's happening.
Well, I guess we're gonna keep talking about. We're gonna get on to the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
The speech about the Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts was forced to respond to Trump's wild, heavily political speech before tens of thousands of scouts. I mean, tens of thousands of scouts. And he's making some crazy-ass damn speech like that.
It was like 40,000 people in that audience.
That's crazy. You know what? Like you say, he needs to stay to the script. If you don't stay to the script, he's going to F up. So let me get into the story. The Boy Scouts of America sought to distance itself from President Trump's highly political speech to tens of thousands of scouts after parents criticized the speech in the organization. So in the statement, the organization said it was wholly nonpartisan and did not endorse any political party or specific policies. It goes on to say the Boy Scouts of America is wholly nonpartisan and does not promote any one position, product, service, political candidate, or philosophy. The invitation for the sitting U.S. president to visit the National Jamboree is a long-standing tradition and is on the way in endorsement of any political party or specific policies.
Right.
So this is the statement that the Boy Scouts of America said. So like you said, it was 40,000 Boy Scouts there.
And their parents.
Right. And he began it by saying, who the hell wants to speak about politics when I'm in front of the Boy Scouts, right? I mean, how...
Exactly. Now, these kids range between 11 and 18.
Come on.
And that's how he started out.
Right. Come on. He got to be gentle now. So, but over the next 40 minutes, that's exactly what he did. Come on now. So, I'm going to paraphrase the speech a little bit. He goes on to say, quote, I go to Washington, I see all these politicians, and I see the swamp, he said, and it's not a good place. In fact, today I said we ought to change it from the word swamp to the word cesspool or perhaps to the word sewer. I mean, come on now.
And why do the Boy Scouts want to hear this?
Right. But it's not good. And see what's going on, and believe me, I'd much rather be with you. That I can tell you.
That I can tell you.
He can't even talk. I'm sorry, is the president? What kind of shiggity is this? So he goes on to say, do you remember that famous night on television, November 8th, where they said these dishonest people, where they said there is no path to victory for Donald Trump? Here you go, putting his ass on the damn pedestal.
There you go.
Man, it's crazy.
He's still talking about how he won the election.
Yeah. So what? You are there. Act like you are a president.
It's like move beyond this.
Right.
You won. You're in the White House. Now do something.
He can't. And then he's still talking about Clinton. The crowd booed at the mention of Clinton. Trump then transitioned to blasting polls as fake news and fake polls.
Oh gosh.
Who wants to hear that shiggity? And then he ended it by saying, "Let's make America great again."
Of course.
That's my great ass. I mean, damn, Donald Trump, come on.
It never ends.
Yes.
Oh, and he made some comment about, and because I'm president or something along that line, you'll be able to say Merry Christmas again. You'll be saying Merry Christmas again. I was like, what?
What is that? Is that a United States thing or something?
I have no idea what he was talking about. Maybe somebody can tell us, because I don't get it. What was that whole you'll be saying Merry Christmas again? I'm like, people say Merry Christmas.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
Wasn't there some mess about Starbucks with the cups and holidays and Christmas? Is that what he was talking about?
Oh, he mentioned that too?
He mentioned something about Christmas. I mean, you have to read the whole transcript.
Right.
It was a crazy speech.
Ooh.
At one point, he started telling this long story about this, what's his name? William Levitt.
Mm-hmm.
Who started that area called Levittown. I believe it's in Pennsylvania or New York or both, where this guy had all this money and was doing all this developing of land and doing all this real estate stuff. And this guy was like on top of the world doing whatever, and then something happened and he started losing money and I guess fell on hard times. And he's telling this story to the Boy Scouts about how he saw him at a cocktail party or something about a yacht party. And then he said, oh, but, you know, I can't tell you what went on there.
Right,
or something along that line. And the Boy Scouts, and then he says, oh, but you don't want to know. And they were like, yeah, tell us. And he was like, oh, you know, you're Boy Scouts. I forgot what he said. You're Boy Scouts. You'll live life, or something crazy he said.
And then 11, 12, 13.
11 to 18.
Right. Okay, here it is. I got it.
Okay.
It says, I'll tell you a story that's very interesting to me. When I was young, there was a man named William Levitt.
Right.
Levittown, you have some here. You have some in different states. And he was a very successful man. He was a home builder, became an unbelievable success, and got more and more successful. I'm like, what does that have to do with the Boy Scouts?
Who knows?
I mean, if he's paralleling it with something, make that statement. Don't go on and rant, but...
He went on with the story about how this man lost his money, et cetera, and how he met him at a cocktail party and was talking to him or something. And I think the moral of the story, when he finally got to it, was don't lose your momentum. I think he said Levitt told him when he said, what happened to you? And he said, I lost my momentum and I just never got it back. And he was telling him, don't lose your momentum. So then he said to the Boy Scouts, so don't lose your momentum. But then he said, but if you do, it's okay. And I was like, wait a minute.
Contradicting you. What are you saying?
I read the transcript of the speech because everything I was seeing was like excerpts of it. I read the whole thing. It was very bizarre, mostly disconnected. I really don't think it was appropriate for that audience, but that's the kind of stuff that he does.
Wow. Well,
so
if you guys got any Donald Trump stories, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 to get in the queue because we want to hear, I really don't want to hear another Donald Trump story, but just shows how asinine that he is.
That's the way it goes. I mean, that's really what's happening this week.
Yeah.
And I got one last one for you about the transgender soldiers.
Wow, come on.
You know, Trump was busy this week. I don't know what else he accomplished, but he sure created a lot of havoc this week.
Wow.
So, basically, you know, he sent something out on Twitter, which is his way of communicating, and made a statement about how he's not going to allow transgender soldiers to serve in the military in any form whatsoever. So, of course, that just unleashed the hellhounds, and everybody's now trying to figure out when he said that, well, what do you mean? How is that going to happen? And then come to find out that the people that are in charge of various branches of the military had not actually been informed or consulted. Now, his tweet said he conferred with his generals. He never said what general, but apparently the top brass in the military had no clue. They were completely blindsided by this. So now, as the days unfolded, what we're finding is that any attempt to try to enforce this reinstated ban against transgender people currently serving in the military is going to face a lot of legal challenges, and rightly it should. So the courts are saying that they're certainly going to hold that soldiers who came out as openly transgender, relying on the military's policy, should not be penalized for doing so, which makes sense.
Right.
So you have people, I mean, right now there's roughly 15,000 transgender soldiers actively serving in the military. So, exactly. So if you now say, okay, well, the transgender people, you got to go, what happens to these people's pensions, their health care, and their service records?
So Donald Trump just wakes up and says, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yep. He just woke up and decided no more transgenders in the military.
Wow.
And then what they tried to do is to say his justification was because of the medical cost. And basically he was looking at the medical cost of gender reassignment surgery.
Interesting.
So, but here's the thing. I'm trying to find a number. I believe it's like the military spends about $84 million a year on Viagra.
Okay.
And that's based on people who have military medical privileges, who use their, just like any other health care, when you get your medication, they're buying Viagra. Okay, fine. But they're spending like 84, I'm trying to make sure it's not billion, I believe it's million. But that is like a huge number compared to what the cost, the estimated cost. They don't even have real numbers. They're estimating the cost of gender reassignment surgery and what that's going to cost. And that was like around, I want to say like around $5 million to maybe $11 million versus $84 million a year just on Viagra.
So you're saying that this money, $11 million per se, is used to put them in a different position in the military, or to change their sex?
This is to change, for sex change operations.
Gotcha.
So when they go in for the gender reassignment, the military, I mean, according to the people who are proponents of this, saying that this is such an expense, they're saying that, oh, well, you know, it's going to cost us so much money and the government just can't afford it, is what they're basically saying.
Really?
Yeah, they can't afford that, but you can afford all this money on Viagra.
Right.
Let me see. We got a caller. Let me see what the caller has to say. Caller, you're live on the Pajama Party Show.
Hello.
Go right ahead with your comment.
I just wanted to say good evening to everyone. I love the show.
Good evening.
I try to listen every Friday.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wanted to comment on the Trump transgender thing. The push to stop the payments for the gender reassignment surgeries and stuff came from a female senator named Hartzler out of Missouri. She rallied several people. Hartzler, Hartzler, I believe, is how it's pronounced, spelled. But she's out of Missouri. She lobbied several of her fellow senators to back her, and what they did was they told Trump they would not pass his budget, defense budget bill, if he didn't eliminate this money for gender reassignment surgeries and things, special treatment, quote unquote, for transgender. They did not expect him to completely ban transgender people. They just wanted him to agree to say the government would no longer pay for the gender reassignment surgery. My issue with it is now that he said ban them, she has come back and said, well, she supports the president. That's not what her intention was, but if that's what he wants to do, that's fine. But all of this was a play for him to get a win, especially after losing on the health care bill. So he caved and decided to ban transgenders as a way to curry favor with those who he felt were not supporting his other initiatives. Very much. To add to that is crazy. To add to that, their argument about the erectile dysfunction medications is that is a quality of life issue.
Oh, bull crap.
And I find it interesting that it's a quality of life issue to make sure that men can have sex, but it's not a quality of life issue to make sure people who are suffering with gender identity get the help that they need.
I agree.
Wow. Right.
I mean, I don't know what it's like to go through all that, but I just say, my opinion of it is that if that's what you want to do, and you've got a health care card that says I can go do whatever I need to do, so that I can have sound mind. And if that's what I need to do to have sound mind, who is Donald Trump or any other senator to say, no, you can't do that, and if you want to do that, we're going to boot you out of the military and take all of your privileges away.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and I think that it's a slippery slope, but I wanted to mention that woman's name because I think we as Americans need to start paying attention to the people that are making these backdoor deals, and so that the people know who's representing us in Congress. Because I'd never heard of this woman.
Wow.
And to find out that she was the spearhead, excuse me, she was the spearhead to stop funding it. She didn't care that the transgenders were in the military. She just wanted him to say in this bill, we will no longer pay for their special services.
Mhm.
And he turned that into a ban. I also want to add one other thing just about him in general. It is amazing to me that in 7 months in office, we have seen more people come and go, step up, get pushed back, the utter turmoil in the White House. And we still have about 40% of Republicans fully supporting him in this country.
It's
At
amazing.
some point, people are going to have to start putting country over party. This is no longer about just winning, and I think that's the disconnect we're seeing now. People are so pressed for their party to win, they can't even be objective about the craziness that's going on within their party. They are literally Congress.
I was just going to say, I think they proved that when they were trying to get the health bill passed, and they had senators admitting that they were voting for and signing a bill that they had never even read.
Or the fact that they want to downplay the Russia connection and the collusion, but they want to reinvestigate Hillary Clinton. What difference does any of that make right now? We have bigger issues than did she delete 33,000 emails 5 years ago?
Exactly.
Hey, does she remember what she did 5 years ago? I mean, no, I think that all of this misdirection is really, really hurting the country. But I just wanted to say that about Trump because I think what we're seeing is the beginning of the end. I personally believe he's doing all of this to get impeached. I think he wants out, but he doesn't want to quit.
Right. Because he won't quit.
The hiring of Scaramucci and allowing him to say the stuff that he's saying in interviews and on Twitter, I believe ultimately he just wants to be able to say they got rid of me and they're all corrupt and I was wrong, and he can step aside without admitting he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's definitely in over his head.
Yeah, true that.
But that's all I wanted to say. But thank you so much.
Thank you, caller.
All right, appreciate you. Keep listening.
If you guys got any more questions or comments, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1. It don't have to be about Trump. It can be about something different. Look, I done pinged
that one to death.
I done pinged the gray hair on Donald Trump. But yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break because we got to go let Poppa DD out of the broom closet. I guess we've had enough fun. So we'll do that, take a quick break, and then we're coming back with the Hit It and Quit It and Poppa DD.
It's the Friday night adult talk show, The Pajama Party, on Blog Talk Radio, produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment. Visit us online at www.apajamaparty.com. Click the banner and you can join us online or call us right now at 914-803-4306. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Pajama Party Crew and you. So pick up the phone and call us now, 914-803-4306, and tell us what's on your mind. There's a big fluffy pillow reserved up front just for you at the Pajama Party. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Pass it on. Now let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the Pajama Party. That better not be my robe.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of those Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Oh, wow. Let him out the closet.
Oh, my goodness.
Had him locked up, gagged, and bound.
We sure did.
Oh,
What you going to tell
man,
Papa?
man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ketel.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Happy.
And we sipping on the birthday cake.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Birthday
I need
cake
something.
shot. We'll hook you up. We'll get the bartender to hook you up one.
I was battling. We got a rainstorm here in the DMV.
Oh, wow. It's crazy. Yeah.
Stopped everything. Shut everything down.
Shut it down.
Trains is riding in high water, crawling through the tunnels of Baltimore.
Wow.
2 miles an hour.
But we rocking and rolling tonight.
Oh, we sure are.
That remind me of that song by Fresh Prince.
Oh, boy.
When he was talking about summertime.
Oh, yeah.
2 miles an hour so everybody sees you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how slow the train was going through the tunnel. 2
All right,
miles an
now.
hour.
Wow.
You were back sitting Mac cheesing, huh?
Well, we're about to go into the hit it and quit it, but
But let me say one thing.
oh, go ahead.
Let me say one thing. I was listening to you guys coming up here, and I want to reiterate, and I want to put the hammer down, and I want to put the deal in on this whole thing. Now, Trump was saying stuff to the Boy Scouts, sugarcoating crap. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Really?
He's trying to make some type of respectful jerk off, claiming that he what'd you say about William Levitt? He didn't do
He was talking about he met William Levitt years ago.
I know all about William Levitt. What did
time.
he say he was? He said he was the one word I'm looking for. He was
he lost his momentum.
Lost his momentum. Okay. Let me tell you about William Levitt. Okay? Okay, because see I'm from Philly. And I know about Levittown, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
I know about Levittown, New York.
Mm-mm.
Those are two of the places that he was controlling with his blatant racism. Now, he built these lands when the people first came out of the military. That was the draw, to build a land and then let people use a GI Bill to buy land off of him. But his ass was racist as hell. And this is why stuff is situated like it is now. Levittown is a so-called suburbs of Philadelphia. So therefore, if you're black and you can't use your GI Bill in the suburbs of Levittown, where you move to? Philadelphia. Hence, why Philadelphia became so black like it is. Now, if you can't use your GI Bill in Levittown, New York, where you move to? Harlem, Brooklyn, places like that, the inner city. Now, everybody came out of the military under the same GI Bill. The military wasn't, selective on anything. They gave you the same GI Bill with all rights and privileges thereof. But William Levitt said, no, you can't use that here. And all the blacks had to go in another direction. Well, the whites went out to the suburbs, whatever you want to call white. White has 5 different shades of color. I'm going to get deep into that later on. But anyway, this is why you have, the Harlem, Brooklyn, things like that. But as a reverse of life now, where are white folks living now? Harlem, Brooklyn, Philadelphia. They're bombarding Philly. My goodness, University of Penn is right down there at 34th and Spruce and Walnut. Now anything all the way up to the 50s now is being infiltrated by that particular group. Because it's not really a reverse of things. It's just that people go for their own convenience today. And I don't think the modern day white person is driving 45 minutes out to the suburbs like their parents did or like their grandparents did. But William Levitt was a straight racist that didn't accept the black GI Bill from the black men and made them move to the inner city. He wasn't no man that lost his damn momentum. He lost his mind is what he did because karma stuck him in the butthole. Okay, he had so much racism and denied so many people that karma came along and smacked his ass down, and that's the story on that. But you try to talk to these little young Boy Scouts like you're trying to change up how racist that man was, which goes to show you, if you're going to soften up the bullet on racism, then what does that show you about Trump? How he's trying to protect somebody that was racist as hell by talking to the next generation, trying to smooth it over. What does that tell you about Trump, where his mind really is? And Bannon and people he done brought in his cabin like he did. Where's his mind really at? Who's Trump been really hanging out with? Okay? Anyway, like I said, listen with the third ear and see with the third eye.
Watch out now.
Anyway, I'm back.
All right.
So anyway.
We're going to keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Can I get a drink or something?
Yeah. Yeah,
we got birthday cake
all
shot.
Right, all right.
Happy birthday, Ketel.
Right.
One more round.
Thank you. All right. Mm-mm.
Oh,
all right, I'm going to get in this story. Woo!
Woo! Well, before you do,
what is that?
I've got a breaking story.
Uh-oh.
Birthday cake shot.
Come on with it.
We have another birthday message for you, Ketel.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what we got.
Hey, Coco Diva. It's Lynette Tichelle, and I wanted to say happy birthday, Coco Diva. I love you, and I am so blessed that you're in my life. Have an amazing birthday. Going on 30. All right, talk to you soon. Mwah.
Oh, yay. Oh, baby. Thank you. Lynette Tichelle, actress. And you can check out her latest film, Illicit.
Yes, it is.
You can go to illicitmovie.com.
There you go.
And check that out.
All right. And you
can
be
getting shout-outs all night.
Thank you. You can buy the DVD at Walmart, too, if you want
Yes,
to.
you can. Walmart, Target. You can get it on Fios or whoever your cable provider is.
Yeah.
Comcast.
Mm-hmm.
Bright, what is the other one? Bright House, Bright Star, Bright something. Whatever you got.
Doing the damn
Listen,
thing.
how's it spelled?
ILLICIT.
ILLICIT.
All
Illicit.
right. All right.
We're
going to keep it moving then.
All right, let's get into the hit it and quit it. Who's up first?
We got the tainted alcohol in Mexico.
Oh, boy. What's going on with Mexico?
U.S. warns travelers about tainted alcohol in Mexico. The United States is warning travelers to Mexico about tainted or counterfeit alcohol following the death of a Wisconsin woman. The State Department updated Mexico's safety and security guidelines on its website, urging vacationers to avoid excessive alcohol. It goes on to say there have been allegations that consumption of tainted or substandard alcohol has resulted in illness or blacking out. Unfortunately, this woman, she died. Wisconsin woman died.
Wow.
If you choose to drink alcohol, it is important to do so in moderation and to stop and seek medical attention if you begin to feel ill. The death of Abby Connor, 20, only 20, because her brother was drinking with her. He had the same amount of drinks that they're saying, but unfortunately she died and he did not. The death of Abby Connor is just one of many incidents of travelers becoming sick after drinking alcohol at Mexican resorts. Connor, 20, was pulled from a pool at an resort near Playa del Carmen in January. After the story, the paper received numerous reports from others who said they got sick too and experienced blackouts at the resort, Cancun and Playa del Carmen. The safety and security of guests is utmost priority for us. We are deeply saddened by this incident and our deepest sympathies and condolences to the family. So Mexico's tourism secretary, Mauricio Venegas, said the nation has not received any complaint or criminal case on the subject. Really? She said the region receives 11 million tourists a year and more than 98,000 hotel rooms. So it adheres to strict quality measures. Nah, y'all not doing enough, homegirl. You know,
if that were the case, people wouldn't be dying.
That's what I'm saying. Now, this brother and sister, he was 19, she was 20. They drank about the same amount. Unfortunately, I guess her body chemistry maybe couldn't handle the drink, but it sounds like the alcohol was tainted. You know, because sometimes they do that. You know, you may have a Grey Goose bottle, but you have something cheap, you know, in the bottle, something like Odessa or something in the bottle. And that's it's a term for it, but it's you know, it's against the law to do that. You can't do that. But so if you guys are going to Mexico, you guys you know, be careful what y'all consuming. But if you drink cognac or Courvoisier or something like that, you know what Courvoisier tastes like. And if it doesn't taste right, hey, look, I don't want this. I want my money back. And go somewhere else. Shit, bump that.
Yeah, but by the time you drink it, it's too late.
No, but I'm just saying, I would request my money back or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, assuming you're still alive or not passed out.
That's true. Yeah. So, but yep, that's the tainted alcohol in Mexico. So you guys be careful, Mexico. Mhm. So, yeah.
Smoke your blunt instead.
All right now.
If you know like I know.
I know that's right.
Go get your smoke on.
Go get your smoke on. Okay, well, we're getting our drink on right now. Happy birthday.
You can't take the cannabis too tough.
Right. I hear you. Okay, who got the next one? Apple?
Yeah, I got the next one. I'm a little peed off because these was my people.
My people too, Papa.
This was my people. I'm not a big Apple fan too much at all, but I'll tell you what, in the last, and I'm not exaggerating, in the last 20 years at least.
Mhm. Yeah.
I had the little
nano thing.
No, I had the other one, the shuffle.
You had the the shuffle.
Okay.
The little teeny shuffle.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about the shuffle.
Mhm. Come on.
The shuffle, I put songs after you figured out, because it's really had no real technology of this. Put them in.
Did it even have instructions?
Nah.
Not really. I just told you.
You have to figure it out.
I figured it out one day, and one thing about the shuffle, I think it held about.
Like 10 songs?
No,
it was more than that. It held quite a bit. But what's the story, Papa?
Anyway, it was it held about maybe 80 songs.
Mhm.
But those were 80 of the best songs that I had.
Right.
And when I went on airplanes and trains and everything on vacation, I pulled out that little nano that little shuffle, because when you put good headphones on it, it's the bomb.
Right.
Right.
But what are they saying? They're getting rid of it?
They're getting rid of it. They're getting rid of it. They're getting rid of that, and the nano. But nano, I guess, was a small, but the other one that was a little bigger. But anyway, it goes as this. It says Apple is discontinuing the iPad Nano and the iPad Shuffle. Okay. The company confirms on Thursday its classic media players. They are classic. I'm saying 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Their media players have been removed from its website, although they are still available for purchase in the stores. Because they know that that's the best thing for a child, so to speak, because it's little. And it clips on you like a tie clip.
Right.
You squeeze it and put it on you, and I loved it.
Right.
It's got a volume control, up, down, back, forward. Unbelievable. Very nice.
Right.
And it's the size of your thumbprint. Okay? They say, well, today we are simplifying our iPod lineup with 2 models of, iPad Touch. Now they double the capacity, and this starts at $199. Okay, so they got this touch thing and things they're trying to. They don't know what they want to do. They remind me of Bank of America, all over the place. You know what I mean? Anyway, but no disrespect to the Bank of America. That's Redwine's boys. Anyway, today we're simplifying our iPad lineup with 2 models of iPad Touch now with double the capacity, starting at $199, like I said, and we are discontinuing the iPad Shuffle and the Nano. All right. And that's what an iPad spokesman told CNN Tech. The iPad Touch, the last iPad standing, will come in 2 options: a 32 gig version, which is $1.99, and 128 gig, which is $2.99. Really? What?
How are they so expensive?
And why are they so limited? Anyway, previously, Apple also offered storage capacities for 16 and 64 gigs. But anyway, the news shouldn't come as too big a surprise. The tech giant discontinued the iPad Classic in 2014 and hasn't updated the Shuffle or Nano in recent years. You don't have to update it because it's working fine just as it is. You know what I mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It didn't have a lot of techniques. You put the music in and you listen to it. Okay, Apple released the first Shuffle and Nano in 2005 that came out. Okay.
Wow.
So it wasn't quite 20 years. That's how many years?
So it's like long enough.
2005 and 17.
It's time to move on to, something else, I guess,
Okay, the iPhone was always expected to lead to the whole music world, yada, yada, whatever. I'm not a big Apple fan at all, so excuse me for being
I love
light.
my iPod.
Okay.
You got a classic one yourself, don't you?
I do have an iPod Classic. I got an old school iPod Classic.
Hold on to it.
It's not a touch, but I love it.
Old school means what? No Bluetooth, honey.
It's no Bluetooth. It doesn't have a touch screen. You got to go around in a circle.
No Bluetooth,
Circle like
I'd never do it.
Circle right.
You like that circle, huh?
I don't know how it works.
I like it, but I'm used to it.
Right.
Whenever you allow me to use your what is it called?
My iPod?
Your iPod, I always leave it on. Because I'll turn it off. Just spin the
Now I know
spin the
who runs
wheel.
my battery.
Spin the wheel and it'll cut off. Okay, I left it on.
What you got over there, Redwine?
Back to the politics again. But as everybody heard, once again, the Republican health care bill goes up in flames once again. Mm-hmm. They tried to get it together. 7 years they've been promising they're going to get rid of what they call Obamacare, which is actually the Affordable Care Act.
Right.
But because it was done under the presidency of the real president, Obama,
Watch out now.
they just want to keep calling it Obamacare. So fine, call it what you want. It's the Affordable Care Act.
Right.
And they've been trying to get rid of it. They wanted to get rid of it from the day it came out, and they just could not do it. So this time they kept coming up. They came up with something they were calling a skinny.
What the hell is this?
It was a skinny something. They were calling it skinny. I don't know, skinny something. And they thought that they could get that done, and then they were going to do something. And bottom line is, it didn't happen. So they tried to get it done. They thought they were going to have the votes. And guess who spoiled the party?
Oh, Lord.
My boy, John McCain.
McCain.
He just had surgery for the brain cancer.
Yeah.
He came back from, where's he from?
He's from
Arizona.
From here.
Arizona.
Okay.
He came back from having surgery on his brain.
Yep, watch
just
out
to
there.
put his vote in
Right
to
there.
tell them hell to the devil.
Oh, he voted no when he came
Yes,
back?
He sure did. He sure did. Yes, he did.
It's not a good bill. I'm not with it.
Wow.
So he so-called cross party lines, but as a caller said previously, we all of them.
Yeah.
It's not us, it's
Right.
them.
Right.
They need to get rid of this whole idea of you got to stay with the party lines. What do you need to do to help the country?
It's crazy.
And McCain said this is not going to benefit the country.
Yep.
So I ain't with it.
He came on the floor and put his thumb
the senator from Alaska, and I forgot who the other senatter
Couple
was.
young ladies.
They
couple
voted
females.
no, and that tipped the scale.
There you go.
So Trump was hot. What's the old boy's name who's in charge of the Republicans with a long face?
I don't know.
What's his name?
Try to stay away from
you know what I'm talking about.
In
He
charge
was
of
hot.
Republicans? You mean,
not what is he? I don't know his title.
He's the
Mitch
majority,
McConnell.
the majority leader.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell. He
Mitch
was hot.
McConnell.
Trump was hot. Everybody was hot.
Everybody was
that
hot.
wanted it. The Democrats were all applauding and celebrating
what I'm saying?
that we saved Obamacare. You know, Obamacare is saved. But the thing is, the reality is that there are problems that need to be improved and ironed out, fixed, whatever. But to say, like what Trump tweeted several days back or last week, whenever it was, let it just implode on itself, and then we'll come in and fix it or save the day or whatever.
Right.
That's not going to help the country.
Right.
Why? And for one thing, here's my problem with that. Well, never mind. I'll deal with that later in my commentary.
I know that's
anyway, I'm going to stick with the script,
Okay.
something that our president doesn't know how to do.
That's true.
So this vote happened at like 10 o'clock last night. You know, for once, the senators were actually working.
Okay.
So 10 o'clock last night, they're trying to get this thing done.
Right.
And my boy McCain came in and said, no,
ain't happening.
Not going to do it.
Yep.
So, you know, the bill was just so jacked up. You know, it was going to leave something like 15 million people uncovered.
That's a lot.
Non-covered. What's the word?
That's a lot of
15 million people would not have had health insurance. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of
I agree. So now they're saying, well, we'll probably just leave that alone for a while. Now they're talking about we're going to work on revising the tax situation.
Right.
So we'll see what they come up with on that one. But that's what's up with that.
Okay. Well, if you guys got any questions or comments, hit us up tonight. 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 and get in.
And tell Ketel happy birthday.
I know that.
Because it's Ketel's birthday. It's today, right?
Yeah, it's today. We drinking the birthday cake
birthday
shot.
Cake shot.
Come on.
Oh, we got to go one more round.
Here
we go. All right, we're gonna go.
Shot.
See, that's
okay,
get us in trouble.
Let me get into the next story.
Yeah.
The judge pulls order to reduce jail time in exchange for getting birth control procedures. Interesting. A judge in Tennessee, has rescinded a controversial order that offered reduced sentences for inmates who underwent a birth control procedure and completed an educational course about addiction in newborns. Interesting. Judge Sam Benningfield in White County, Tennessee, initiated the program to combat the rise in infants born addicted to opioids. Here we go with that opioid. He said that 80 to 90% of cases he encounters involve drug or alcohol abuse. The number of babies born with symptoms of withdrawal has increased tenfold since the early 2000s. He goes on to say that he wanted to help prospective mothers and fathers from passing on addictions to their children, and he conceived of the sentence reduction plan to provide an incentive for inmates. Sounds pretty good. So male inmates who underwent a vasectomy procedure and women who got a next Palanin contraceptive implant in their arms offered free of charge from the health department would have an additional 30 days shaved off their sentences. So participation in the program was voluntary. You didn't have to do it. Vasectomies were reversible.
Vasectomy?
Yep.
For 30 days?
Yep. Vasectomies were reversible, but the results of the procedure cannot always be guaranteed.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, the female implant lasts for 3 years. As of last week, 38 men had participated. I mean, you got some people that participate. 38 men and 24 women.
They were desperate.
Maybe.
Or ill-informed.
So he told CBS News he stood by the program and was forced to shut it down after the health department pulled the services.
I just think now, wait a minute. So he was saying this judge came up with this.
Right.
And said, so for you people who came in here and got locked up because of drug addiction, drug whatever, to make sure that you don't produce a child that's addicted to drugs, I'll give you some time off of your sentence if you get a vasectomy, or if you get if you're a woman, get the birth control implant, which is good for 3 years.
Right.
But see, that thing for 3 years, you can get that removed.
Right, but the vasectomy, it may not be.
You get snipped,
and you only get
your stuff may not work when you get it. Try to get it reversed.
Getting 30 days off. Come on, now. If you give me a couple of years or something, but
see, look, here's the problem with that. They were going to do this. The county or the state, whatever, was paying for that vasectomy. Now, once you get out of jail, who's going to pay for you trying to get that reversed?
That's true. That's good. Yep.
You know, because this is an inmate. They're going to get out of jail. Now they got a record.
Right.
So they're trying to find a job. Do you really think they can afford to try to get a vasectomy reversal?
So the judge had in his mind, he's going to do away with these pregnancies as far as passing the drugs, I guess, to the kids. He said, okay, I got a way to stop that. But they shut them down.
But the ACLU said, hold up.
Yeah.
This is not a valid situation here.
Right on.
You cannot get away with that.
I guess it was unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
How you going to tell somebody I'll shave some time off your sentence if you go get snipped? Are you serious?
And it's reversible, but it may not be guaranteed. Yeah,
you got to be kidding me.
I don't mean to laugh, but
like I
right.
said, the inmate would be responsible for the cost of that surgery.
Right.
I don't know how much a vasectomy reversal costs, but I doubt it's $50.
Right. So
got to be. You know what? What's that judge's name? Put him on the Kiss It list.
Benningfield.
Can you put him on the Kiss It list, please?
Sure can. Gotcha.
And anybody listening, if you want to put somebody on, Papa, can you tell people about the Kiss It list? I want to put people in advance and let them know when we get to the Kiss It list. If you want to put somebody on the world famous, notorious Kiss It list, get your calls in now.
Why would you come up with an idea like that anyway?
Because I think it's
not even so much the solution or the whole groundwork of the whole thing, but how would you even come with something like that anyway? What does that got to do with anything What does your crotch got to do with your brain?
Oh, I'm just saying, there's something wrong with that man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, too, it takes a barbaric-ass doctor to go along. Don't think that the judge said that without having...
The county was doing it.
No, well, wait a minute. It ain't the county doing it. It's a doctor that does it.
Well, on behalf of
but
the
there
county.
has to be a Dr.
Yeah, you're right.
Frankenstein who was on tap to do that.
Money.
So that was just a couple people that
right.
was... And right, and while they was up inside his...
The county was
and while they was there, but you know what, here's the deal, though.
money.
Here's the deal. In 2017, people trying to make money. While they was up in that person's scrotum sack, ain't no telling what else they went in there and took out. Okay?
Or put in.
Who knows?
Wow.
Cause that's a whole nother story, but they implant people now.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, that's a whole nother mess.
Who knows?
But yeah.
World's crazy.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna let that go.
You
I'm
guys.
glad the
Yeah.
ACLU shut that down.
Right.
That's some unconstitutional bull
Lord have
crap.
mercy.
Well, if you guys got any questions or
Just
comments,
the thought of it, honey.
hit us up
Just
tonight.
thought of it.
Make you want to squeeze your thighs together.
Hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 to get in the queue.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we got a special message for Ketel.
Oh, Lord.
This is from one of your favorite people. Let you figure out who it is.
Okay.
All right, and then we're coming back with what? Oh, the Black History Minute.
Yeah.
Okay, special message for Ketel coming right up. All right.
Surprise! Happy birthday! Go, 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 go. It's your birthday. We gon' party 'cause it's your birthday. Got lots of presents just for your birthday. And this is for you. I wish you many, many more birthdays, more wishes, and lots more gifts. I love you.
Welcome back to Pajama Party. One of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir. And that was a birthday message from Rihanna for Ketel. Happy birthday,
The
Ketel.
real Rihanna or Rihanna from 42nd Street?
No, that was the real Rihanna.
He's right.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the real deal,
That was
baby.
the real deal.
That's my girl.
Oh, I know they got
That
Rihanna.
was Rihanna.
Shine like a diamond.
Shine bright like
This
a
is Rihanna versus Rihanna in TVF.
No, not that one.
Okay.
That was Rihanna.
Don't mess with my birthday. Come on now, Papa. Come on now. Don't mess with us.
Yes. Still get jealous.
All right.
All right.
Look, I still got to work on my B-day.
Yeah, you got to work on your birthday.
Okay.
Okay, well, check this
That's
out.
how it goes. What you got for us?
Never
Like
heard it.
3 minutes. Go for it.
Never heard of this, but we're going to get into it.
Okay.
On July 28th, that sounds so good. 1917, though, up to 10,000 African Americans marched silently through New York City in one of the first mass protests against anti-black violence in the U.S. The silent parade reflected the heightened anger of black Americans following a recent outbreak of vicious race-related violence. So between May and July 1917, brutal riots in East St. Louis, a city in Illinois, between 40 and 250 black people were killed by white mobs. So authorities were blamed for failing to protect innocent lives, with a chilling contemporary report descending how police were either indifferent or encouraged the barbarics. The bloody scene in East St. Louis sparked fury among black people across the nation, already simmering with a racial tension as African Americans migrated from the South to predominantly white industrial centers. Such violence was by no means uncommon. A lynching of black farmer the previous year had attracted a gruesome crowd of 10,000 white Texans. So on July 28th, which is today, between 8,000 and 10,000 African American men and women, children marched silently down Fifth Avenue. Wow. New York City, in condemnation of the riot. Women and children, all dressed in white, led the group, with the men following behind. In placards were held by the protesters expressed messages of peace and unity as well as highlighting the contributions of African Americans to the nation and calling for justice over racial violence, as well as the response to the shocking recent events in Illinois. The marchers demanded that President Woodrow Wilson delivered on campaign promises to protect black Americans. His promised anti-lynching legislation never materialized, and little was done to improve the discrimination against African Americans during Wilson's presidency. However, as one of the first mass protests against anti-black violence in the U.S., the silent parade marks a significant landmark in the civil rights movement. Wow, never heard of it.
Amazing.
It is.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't either. Did you know about it?
No.
Wow.
So we need to look that
It
up.
just go to show you that racial inequality was going on for a long time.
Oh,
and history, the history of black people is just repeating itself over and over again. So if we can sit back and begin to try to trust false prophecies for 5 minutes, we are crazy as a damn bedbug. You know what I mean? We can listen and hear out people, but when we deal with coworkers or anybody else that's trying to throw some manipulative shade on us or making us fall for the okie doke, if we don't sit back and think about, over there, and you figure 1917 was just right out of slavery, right out of the so-called freedom. The 1800s was only 17 years ago.
Yeah, that was 100
17
years ago.
years prior.
100 years ago today.
100 years ago, exactly. Which is nothing.
Can you imagine being in New York and seeing women and children all dressed in white, silently with signs, walking down?
Because they knew the number that it took to cool them out or to back them off for a minute. You notice they said the mobs that were the equality against them, because you never seen one white man go after one black man. Whenever you're going to hang a black man from a tree, there was a group, and they had fire in their hand, guns, and horses. Because when you're about to take somebody's life, they're going to fight for their life.
Yeah.
They're going to fight.
Crazy.
You're going to need somebody to knock them out, and then wear them out, and then whatever. I mean, it's an atrocity. It's an atrocity, and you have to take it serious. You can't think that you're in some type of bougie world where it doesn't affect you, where life is good. No, life is good. Why do you think about that? It was years ago. Yeah. Years ago, my ass, my butt hiney.
I just don't understand how people would bring their children to come and watch a lynching. That did just blow my mind.
Some of the video.
Because you just said there was a situation where somebody was documenting where they were like 10,000 people in attendance to watch a black man get lynched.
I've seen different footage of white children sitting there watching that particular thing, and you got to figure, what is the mindset? Half of them probably didn't even understand what was going on.
Exactly. What is going through your mind?
But as they grew up, they realized and knew. See, this is why the plague against black people runs so deep, because it's been so granulated in people's mind, almost like fine salt and fine sugar. It's been just granulated for years, and that's what they've been led to believe, that we're the underclass.
But that's what happens with the people that have grew up with the quote-unquote Confederate flag and back in the South and whites and
they lost the war.
Right.
They lost the war, and they're still trying to come up.
But it's like, your parents, they're showing you this is how you treat blacks, and when they get older, they do the same thing. That's the sad thing. It's just a pattern. But it's up to that white person to like, all blacks are not bad, and vice versa.
Well, there's a lot of whites out there that feel that way.
I know.
But the sad part about it, depending on how they live and where their financial status is,
and that's what
they have to sometimes perpetrate the fraud in order to get along with their own white counterparts.
Oh, sure. I mean, Boehner, he's a perfect example.
I'm going to get.
That's true.
They said Boehner was a sweetheart. He loved President Obama.
That was my boy.
But he had to show face, so to speak, that he was still on that side.
He sided with the party.
Oh, sure.
I'm definitely going to focus on that.
And that's why he said, I got to go.
Yeah.
When that Pope ascended down, he said,
and that was his out.
That was
he saw the light.
Yep, that was the moment.
He saw the light, and he said, "All right, church fingers.
Yeah,
I got to go."
That's what he did. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move over to Poppa DD for what's poppin'.
Yeah.
So, what you got for us tonight?
I got
Papa?
this CTC discovery in more than 99%. 99% of deceased NFL players are seen to have the CTC disease in their brain.
What's it called? The what?
CTE.
What does that stand for? You know?
I know it's some kind of brain thing.
It's what they're saying basically in that whole scenario of that is that the hits that they're getting is that the brain is actually separating from the skull in some respect.
Oh my God!
And it's just shaking up the whole mechanism of them, and the pain and the suffering. And one person who is I guess the poster boy for that was Junior Seau. He was the one that kind of committed suicide and just kind of blew his head off. And it just was very interesting how it affects you and just breaks you up. Because, well, I just think that there needs to be some new, with all this technology, why don't they talk to Apple about putting together something when it comes to the helmet, you know, to make the helmet better. You know, everybody's talking about, I'm looking at TV at the guy from Amazon and Microsoft. These guys are competing about who's the richest person. The one that's making $800 billion. The other one, what, really? Damn, do something with all that money. What are you going to do with all that money? So anyway, you know, those helmets that the NFL players are wearing are obsolete. You need to put something in it, some type of padding that contracts your brain. As soon as you put it on, you press the button, it just squeezes your head. Or whatever, or you know. But anyway, getting back to that particular topic, according to findings published Tuesday, more than 99% of brains from deceased NFL players were examined for the study containing the chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Well, I guess that's how you pronounce that. The study says research detected CTE in 110 of 111 brains from former NFL players that were donated. And it says here also that the wives and families are donating the brains for the study.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want to know, because they basically want to get paid by the NFL as well to show the unsafeness of it. So the study is the largest of its kind. It examines the brain of 202 deceased former players in all. And the results was 201. It's amazing. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. And just in lieu of that, the Baltimore Ravens recently had an offensive lineman, a guy named John Ursel. He surprisingly retired from the NFL on Thursday at the age of 26.
Wow.
He said, "I'm not even doing this anymore." He said he was checked, and they said he had some type of positive beginner states in his brain when they did a little scan on him, you know, a little biopsy. And he said, "Oh, no, I'm out. Because he's a smart guy. He's going up for his PhD and things like that. So he's, but just go to show you. And I guess that's the same reason why old girl was battling Will Smith, his wife, Jada, when he ain't getting kind of nomination for that particular movie he did to that effect. Because he talked about a very, very serious subject and did it well.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, Will Smith is a heck of an actor.
Oh, sure.
And Jada was like, you know, really? You ain't going to even mention this guy? But you're giving it to La La Land? With your boy Redwine, what's his name?
Not my boy.
Gosling, or what's his name?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, who don't know how to dress at an award show. Everybody else got on black, he's going to be with a white jacket on. Really? Anyway. That's your Hollywood stuff. I ain't gonna mess with that. But anyway, that's my I'm gonna keep it brief on the what's popping on that. So you're gonna see a lot of changes in football this year with different people and the things they're doing and what's happening with that particular situation. So,
yeah. Okay, I agree.
Yeah, the helmet's done, you know.
What's considered a legal tackle or bad hit, good hit, and all that.
Yeah,
right. I mean, after a while, it's going to be like laser tag.
Run into another
get
person.
Get a flashlight, and if your light hits the vest of the player, that's considered a hit.
Yeah, they're not going to do too much hitting.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you do?
You're right.
I feel bad now when I root for a good hit.
Oh, boy.
Tom Brady's about to turn 40 years
Take
old.
him down. I'm feeling kind of good.
Tom Brady's about to turn 40 years old, too.
Bama, don't talk to me about Tom Brady.
I know. He on the kisser list. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to lighten it up a little
definitely. We need to.
Okay. What, we moving into the weird news?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my stuff.
Uh-oh. We're going to lighten it up a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I got the first one.
Yeah,
Goody.
Uh-uh.
Okay, it's time for the weird news.
Mm-hmm.
The first story I have is about, this is a crazy one. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I see this right. This is about a one-armed clown terrorizing the town. He got arrested. It's a report about a garish clown with a machete. They said it was no laughing matter to the police. This happened in Maine. They arrested a 31-year-old man because he was frightening residents in a small rural community. Now, it turns out this started on Tuesday evening when a concerned citizen called police and said there was a man dressed as a clown and armed with a machete was lurking near a convenience store. And when the troopers arrived at the scene, the witnesses said that the man had fled into the woods. And about an hour later, authorities spotted the man coming. They said a creepy clown exiting a wooded area. The man was identified as Corey Berry of Hollis. He was wearing a black hoodie and a clown mask, and he had a machete duct taped to his amputated arm. So the man had one arm. He duct taped a machete to where his amputated arm was, and he was running around in the town terrorizing people. Now, they said the man was intoxicated, and when they questioned him, he said he was just clowning around trying to prank remember when they were having those clown sightings? What was that, a couple years ago?
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know what made him want to do this, but he said he was just trying to prank, do that. And the police said whether he meant to do something crazy or whatever, it was pretty scary. So the police said that they did not find any humor in his creepy clown gag, and they charged him with criminal threatening. I didn't even know that was a crime. You ever heard of that one, Papa?
Never.
Criminal threatening. I never heard of that one. He was released from the New York County Jail after posting a $200 bond. Who knew? Criminal threatening. That's it.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Okay.
What else is happening?
Papa, you got the next one.
Okay. Man accused of smuggling king cobra in a potato chip cans. This is in Los Angeles. A man was arrested on federal smuggling charges Tuesday after customs officials intercepted a shipment that which had 3 live king cobras hidden inside a potato chip canister. I imagine some Pringles, something like a Pringles or something,
That's the only chips I know that come in a can.
Put a little song on.
Lay's has a can.
I want to know what kind. Because I like Pringles.
He over here singing Pop Goes the Weasel.
Well, that's what it's about. Anyway, but these he was trying to put them in I guess it's a Pringles can. These little cobras, and very interesting. His name was Regingo Fredinez. He's 34 years old. He was scheduled to be arraigned Tuesday in Los Angeles on the charges of illegally importing merchandise. It wasn't immediately clear if he had an attorney who could comment on the allegations, and it wasn't available. But the 3 king cobra snakes, each was about 2 feet in length, just over half a meter long, as they say, were found in March when Customs and Border Patrol officers inspected a package that was mailed from Hong Kong. Prosecutors said they were also
these people.
They also had 3 albino Chinese soft shell turtles in the package.
Oh my God.
Come on, are you serious, Papa? Is that what the article read? Are you making this up, Papa? Come on now.
What he really did.
I think he's making it up.
For real, Papa.
First of all, the cobras got eaten. So how are you not going to ship the food? So what are you going to do? Go buy them some bologna? They eat certain stuff, so you got to go. You got to go steal what they eat. I'm not joking. I'm joking.
I don't know.
What do you do?
You be making up stuff sometimes, Papa, but okay.
Okay, so soft shell what? Turtles?
Soft shell turtles.
Wow.
Soft shell.
I never even heard of that. I heard of soft shell
no
crab.
salt, no pepper, no Old Bay seasoning.
See what I'm saying? I never heard of it.
All right.
Soft shell.
All
no
right.
Old Bay seasoning.
Go finish down.
Anyway, federal agents removed the cobras, but they delivered the turtles to Frisco's home in Monterey Park. They said he can't have the turtles, but you can have the cobras. Okay. So they later they also served a search warrant, and they found tanks with live baby, what is this called? Marlet crocodiles, alligators, snapping turtles, common snapping turtle. He had 5 diamondback.
He crazy.
Snapping turtles. He
Five
had all
diamondback
kind of
snakes.
critters.
Now, where was this?
This was in Los Angeles.
Jeez.
Over there in Little Havana.
Sound like a movie set. Okay.
Crazy is as crazy does.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. We're going to put him on the kissing list. Snake Man, whatever damn his name is. Chip Man, Snake Man, whatever.
Snake Man in a can.
Yep, Snake Man in a can.
Okay.
His name was Rodrigo Franco.
Okay, we don't know. Snake Man in a can.
34 years old.
I got one last one.
What you got, Ketel?
Drug dealer who passed off broccoli as marijuana gets 16 years.
How?
Okay. In Denver. You ever go to Denver? Broccoli?
I knew it was going to start getting scandalous over here. There's too much yummy.
A broccoli peddling drug dealer has been sentenced for 16 years in prison for opening fire on buyers who protested they've been scammed.
Oh, he went to shoot the people.
Check this out. No, they're shooting at him. Sabuba Colbert Evans, 26.
Sabuba.
So he got, 16 plus 26. He's going to be almost 40 years old by the time he get out. Was sentenced to 16 years in prison to be followed by 5 years on parole for attempted first-degree murder with extreme indifference, distributing an imitation controlled substance, and reckless endangerment.
Imitation controlled substance?
They be making up shit. I'm sorry.
So if I sell some tea and tell people this is weed, I can go to jail for selling an imitation controlled substance.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So this and his partner Tercel Davis, who went by the alias of 22 Jump Street, pleading guilty to attempted second-degree murder. The guy, his partner, Terrell Davis, he goes by the name 22 Jump Street, pleading guilty to attempt second-degree murder, and is scheduled to be sentenced August 7th. The two men fired 11 shots at 2 irate marijuana buyers outside a shopping mall food court last year, hitting one of the customers in the torso. The wounded man eventually recovered. This may be, the district attorney says, this may be the first time that broccoli has been bad for someone's health. And no matter the reason, anyone who was convicted of trying to murder someone in the county will go to prison. So the DA office, Davis, met the buyers in the eastern Denver suburbs of Aurora on March 14, 2016 for a marijuana deal. The buyers handed over $10,000. Davis handed over some broccoli.
Broccoli?
Yep, he purchased hours earlier from a nearby grocery store. Later that day, the buyers realized they'd been duped. Undaunted, they got back in touch with Davis using a different name and set up another marijuana deal for the following evening, hoping to either trade the broccoli for marijuana or recover their money. Davis and Colbert Evans showed up for the meeting in a parking lot outside a mall food court. They had another load of broccoli. An argument ensued.
So wait a minute, they were going to give them some more broccoli.
Right, because they came in a different name, trying to buy some.
So they said, oh, you want some more weed? I got some more broccoli.
Right, but they thought it was somebody different.
Oh, my goodness.
So an argument ensued, in which Point Davis and Covert Evans fired 11 bullets outside the Aurora Town Center Mall. The defendant's decision to open fire in the mall parking lot during business hours could easily have seriously injured or killed people arriving or departing from the mall.
What if somebody had smoked that broccoli? Would that have killed somebody?
That's a good question.
Or they would have just gotten some vitamin A?
I'm sorry, but these dumbasses are getting 16 years because they selling broccoli. Could you imagine them being in the joint? Man, what you in for? Oh, selling broccoli. So they can say, you stupid mofo.
They about to be somebody's you know what. But anyway.
That's so crazy.
Anyway.
That's why it's the weird news.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got one more birthday message for you.
Okay.
And then we're gonna what are we doing? We're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Coming back with
you.
With me.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We got one more message for you. Here you go.
I heard that Ketel got a birthday. Woo woo! Happy birthday, Ketel! Cheers to another year of fabulousness and success. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ketel. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
That was Lena Chanel.
I know it was. It's my songbird.
Songbird Lena Chanel.
Okay.
She called in to wish you a happy birthday.
That was nice. That was so sweet. I appreciate it.
See, people thinking about you on your birthday.
I see.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. You ain't special.
Yes, I am for tonight.
Tell us about the birthday party.
Okay.
Why you feel like dancing.
I'm celebrating the double nickels. It's going to be 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Don't come 1:15, 1:20, 1:10 because you ain't getting in. This is at the other White House. It's at 1410 Missouri Avenue, Washington, D.C., 20011. That's Northwest D.C. If you guys know where the old Ibex used to be, old school heads, y'all know. That's off of Georgia Avenue there.
Okay.
All right, so, I may
So what we doing? What we need to bring? Do we have to pay the tickets?
And tequila. So to get in, you have to bring vodka or tequila. I don't need no Patron because I don't like Patron. It can be any other kind of tequila, any kind of vodka, that's fine. That's your ticket to get in to Ketel's B-Day party. All right, so that's tomorrow, Saturday, July 29th,
and what
9 p.m.
to
1 a.m. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Don't come 1:15, don't come 1:20 because you ain't getting in. But it's going to be an after party. I know that's right.
Uh-oh. What's going down at the after party?
There you go, grown folks business.
Okay. Are we going to do some birthday cake shots?
Of course. Shot.
Hey,
shot.
All right, we're going to do another shot on the break, and then we're coming back with me. I'm just saying.
All right.
And wait a minute, what else we want to say? You said it's 9 o'clock, right?
9 o'clock. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Don't come 1:15, 1:20. It's 1 till 1.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We'll be right back.
Bonsoir, bonsoir. This is Redwine, or as they say in Paris, Je suis vin rouge. Join me every Friday right here on A Pajama Party, where I'll get on my rant, sit on my little bar stool, and give you my opinion on whatever has been bugging me or whatever's on my mind this week. You don't want to miss it. I know I won't. So be here with me every Friday, Redwine, on the Pajama Party Show. Visit us on www.apajamaparty.com and check us out. We'll see you there.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, tonight, I just want to say there's clearly trouble in paradise. And I am speaking of the West Wing White House. There is so much turmoil. All the pundits and all the talking heads are saying they have never seen anything like this. I think even America is now saying they have never seen anything like this. This situation is out of control.
Out of control.
And I'm not going to belabor the issue because we've already talked about all the different events that have happened this week. All I'm saying, people, is that there is clearly trouble in paradise. If Trump's plan is to try to get impeached as opposed to quitting, I think he's well on his way. Because this stuff, I mean, it's beyond ridiculous. the things that are happening, I think at the last count there were like maybe 6 or 7 senior people who have either resigned or been fired. And that's just in 7 months now. 7 months. Imagine what we're going to be looking at the end of the year. He still has not filled all the positions that are required when a new president comes in. They're too busy playing in and out, ring around the rosy, with the few positions that he did fill. What's going to happen to the other positions? And have you noticed how quiet Ben Carson has been? We haven't heard a peep out of him. Not in the last, maybe 2 months.
He's right.
He made one statement when he said something silly when he addressed a group of people, and after that, haven't heard a thing. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to talk long. I'm just saying there is trouble in paradise. It doesn't look good, and I'm worried. This is Redwine, and I'm concerned.
I know that's right.
And I'm going to go into living for the city. I'm going to jump on the pig's back. I'm going to piggyback for real.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this here, and I've always said this, that there's 5 different shades of white, okay? And, black folks always say, white folks stick together. No, they don't. They got to feel each other out, and sometimes they stick together just so they don't look embarrassed in front of black people. Remember, black people are the main focus. We're the reason why they do what they do. We're the reason that inspires them to do wrong or that inspires them to do whatever. And right now, there's 5 different shades of white in that White House. 5 different, and when I say shades, I mean 5 different backgrounds. White folks come from different backgrounds, different religions, different everything, and they stick together only because of the white skin. But deep down inside, they ain't got no more in common than a Jamaican got with a damn Ethiopian. Okay? So don't get it twisted. So right now, right there is a break in the color barrier. It's looking beige. It's looking off-white. It's looking satin white. It's looking flat white. Apartment complex, flat white.
Eggshell.
Okay? Eggshell white. Okay? And they're trying to understand each other and look good on the surface, but deep down inside, they're raised different ways. And everybody's backing off from people they just never would deal with or what their mama told them not to get along with. That's why they left out. You got 2 people left out. You got the Spicy and Rance Previous. Rance Previous was the leader of the Republican Party. My goodness, that's big. So right now, I'm telling you, like Redwine said, there's trouble in paradise. We didn't have to help it. We didn't have to help it. Every time we see him in a setting, there's no black people around. He goes to a conference table with 25 white people around him. He's comfortable with that. But that does not work because we're here. We're residual people that have been around since the early 1800s, and we're still around. Imagine that. So you can't beat us, brother. We're here. You know what? You put one of us in your cabinet. What's his name? Ben Carson? God bless Ben Carson. I talk about him like that, but that brother's a brain surgeon, okay? He should have been the Surgeon General, but they made him the EPA joke. They made him take he's down the project. But anyway,
take a look at Trump's brain.
Yeah, I'm out. I just want to keep it brief, but to know that there's 5 different shades of white, and right now you're seeing it. So don't sleep on it because you're getting the history in black and white. The revolution is being televised, honey, as far as white folks are concerned. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to shift gears and move out to the West Coast. What's happening in Hollywood?
Hey, all right. We going there already?
Yeah, we're going there.
Okay.
Talk to us, Ketel. DD's doing a Hollywood dance. Y'all can't see it.
All right.
I know that you need to see that. But anyway, what's happening in Hollywood?
Okay, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the June Foray. She is the voice of Rocky the Squirrel.
Rocky the Squirrel, my hero.
Oh, she died. I mean, she lived a long life. She was 99.
Oh, wow.
So June Foray, the voice of Rocky the Flying Squirrel in the Cold War era Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon, and died at 99. Foray was a voiceover legend who enjoyed an 8-decade-plus era career putting words in the mouths of iconic animated characters, including Rocky and Bullwinkle, Nemesis Natasha, Nell from the Dudley Do Right, Granny.
You did all that?
Granny from the Tweety and Sylvester, and Cindy Lou in How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh.
What? And she also voiced the doll Talkie Tina in the famous 63 episode of The Twilight Zone. That's your thing, Redwine.
That's Redwine, yeah.
Yeah, I do like the Twilight Zone.
We know you do. You be
Talkie
spooking
Tina
us.
in 63 episode. But she was perhaps most partial to Rocky, full name Rocky J. Squirrel. Yep. Foray told Variety that she had been working in the animation business for about 20 years before the group that would eventually become the ASIFA, Hollywood Casualty, came to be. So she was influential on a lot of things. In the early 70s, Foray pitched the idea for an award show. I was thinking that there were the Grammys, the Tonys, the Oscars, but nobody recognizes animation. Foray was born June Lucille Forer, Forer, in Springfield, Massachusetts. And she was doing vocal work in local radio dramas by the time she was 12. She continued working in radio after her family moved to L.A. She even had her own Lady Make Believe radio show that showcased her vocal talent. And she appeared also in the Jimmy Durant show. I remember that, Jimmy Durant. She's been around for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. So God rest her soul. She was 99. Also, they did an interview with, this is the biggest thing, Vanity Fair, Angelique Jolie. She talks about divorce, health. In the Vanity Fair cover story, the actress and director opens up about her world about splitting with husband Brad Pitt and her health, revealing she had at one point suffered from Bell palsy, as a condition that causes partial facial paralysis. In the article, Jolie said her relationship with Pitt became difficult. Our lifestyle was not in any way a negative, she said in an interview, but that was not the problem. This is and will remain one of the wonderful opportunities we're able to give our children. She said the children have been very brave. They have Maddox 15, Pax 16, Zahara 12, Shiloh 11, and twins Knox and Vivina 9. Pitt and Jolie separated in 2016 and filed for divorce shortly after that. Jolie sought sole custody of the children. Jolie and Pitt's divorce is still being negotiated. Interesting. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Jolie, and I don't even know if they had a prenup. I don't think so. And Jolie and the children recently moved into an 11,000 square foot house in Los Feliz area of LA. 11,000 square foot house.
A lot of house.
That's a lot of house. You got a lot of kids. 6 of them.
Yeah, but that's a lot of house.
Hey, they got the money. Kate Hudson, haven't heard from her in a while. She shaved her head and showed off her new buzz cut.
Where's she famous from?
Kate Hudson.
That's Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, that's Goldie Hudson. Goldie Hawn.
She's done a lot of different things.
Right.
And stuff.
So the super short do is definitely Hollywood's hottest hair trend this summer. Like Katy Perry, she's just switching up. Zoe Kravitz, Keke Palmer, and Kristen Stewart, they all have the short haircut. The 38-year-old actress, she is. Hey, she looks good for 38.
Look at her mom. Goldie Hawn is off the thing.
She's about 70. She's still looking good. Yeah, still got the best buns. She debuted her first cut this past Tuesday in L.A. Apparently she's doing it for a new role. Hudson isn't the only star to recently trade in her locks for a movie role, and different entertainers have done the same thing. But apparently she has a new movie out, new project coming out.
Okay.
I'll tell you more about that later. Let me see, who else I got? Michael Jackson estate still owes Quincy Jones $9.4 million.
Wow.
The award from L.A. Superior Court jury fell short of $30 million the legendary producer sought in the lawsuit filed nearly 4 years ago. The Jackson estate had put the figure at about $400,000. He's like, I'm thankful. Y'all shortchanging me. Jones claimed in the lawsuit that Jackson Estate and Sony Music Entertainment, see those two together.
Who is it, Sony?
Sony, yep. But I think Sony had been bought by somebody. Owed him for music he had produced that was used in the concert film This Is It and 2 Circles of Lace acts. Every time that song is being played, you got to pay. The lawsuit said the entities had improperly re-edited the song to deprive Jones of royalties and production fees, and that he had a contractual right to take first crack at any re-edit or remix. The Jackson camp held that Jones should only be paid licensing fees for songs used in those 3 productions. Jones claimed he was entitled to a share of the overall receipts from them. The estate had no immediate comment on the verdict. Wow. Just pay the man his money.
Yeah, really.
You owe him, pay him. Right. How you going to re-edit something and then say, okay, you can't get paid? That's not right. That's just some BS. And one last note. Justin Bieber accidentally hits a paparazzi photographer. Now, to me, I think, man, he didn't hit the man. I think it was staged. Justin Bieber has accidentally hit a man with his car outside a Hollywood church. The 23-year-old singer was photographed talking to police officers following the reported incident. Justin hit the snapper as he was pulling his SUV out of the parking space. A man was photographed lying on the ground in apparent pain with his camera equipment around him as the pop star tried to help and stayed with the man for 10 minutes. He said, after that, I got to go. But they said the police questioned him, and everything, and then, let him go. I still think the man will come back and try to get some coin,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Either that or was staged. I mean, and then he abruptly stopped his concert tour. He had less than 20 engagements, and he just stopped it, so. We're not sure why, but I think the man needs to regroup and just to revitalize himself.
Okay. And again, happy birthday.
Let's get into the cocktail of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the birthday
it's the
shot.
cocktail of the week. Birthday shot.
Short and sweet.
Yes. The birthday, it's actually a birthday cake shot.
Okay.
And what's in it, it's a simple shot. It's a half a shot of Frangelico, which is a hazelnut liqueur, or you can use any other brand of hazelnut liqueur, but Frangelico is the one you want to do.
Right.
And then you add to that a complete 1 shot of a citrus vodka, like a lemon or lemon vodka.
Right.
Take a slice of lemon, and then you can dip it in some sugar if you want to. If you want a little more sweetness. And that's it. You can put the lemon, dip it in some sugar, put some sugar around the edge of your shot glass if you want to, and then add the Frangelico, half a shot of that to a whole shot of the lemon vodka. And I'm telling you, it tastes like a birthday cake. It's amazing. Right tasty. And Ketel's wearing hers right now. She's having difficulty over it.
I think I'm cut off for the night.
Yeah, you might be cut off.
So we can get ready for tomorrow.
But that's a birthday cake shot. So, check it out on the website, apajamaparty.com. And, Poppa DD, can you tell us about, while I get this birthday cake, I can't even say it.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the kiss list?
Kiss list is a list we put together every week of people to show their butt hiney. And it celebrates them in full effect.
All right, man.
Oh, so who do we have on the world famous and notorious kiss it list?
This crazy man here, the snake man in a chip can. That man, the Benningfield judge.
The birth control thing.
Yep, and the caller called earlier, the Hartler, the gender reassignment, that
Harvaltler, whatever her name is. That senator or congressperson or whatever she is.
That's all I have.
Also, we have to put Trump on the list.
Oh, God. And I'm going to put Scaramucci on the list. All of that crazy tirade to the New Yorker, that was ridiculous.
Right. Scaramucci.
I would say Priebus, but he quit, so I'm going to leave him alone. I would say Spicy, but he quit. Everybody quit prematurely, so you can't put nobody on. Who you got, Papa? You got anybody?
I got, interesting.
Oh, whoever messed with that alcohol in Mexico? Yeah. I don't know who did it. And Apple. For getting rid of Nano and the Shuffle. Yep. Y'all just messed us up. Shame on you. And the Republicans for not being able to come up with a reasonable health care bill. Mm-hmm. Shame on you all. What you got for? Did you say that judge with the birth control thing? Yep, sure did. Benningfield. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is anybody else? A mad scientist as a doctor. That's why you're doing that.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, we got something for everybody on the Kiss It list. Brace yourself. Kiss
my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh. You can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever-loving country ass. That's right.
I don't want to put this on button back on the wrong way. My feet might start swelling.
Oh, stop it.
Anyway.
Happy birthday, Ketel.
Happy birthday, Ketel.
Thank you.
My final word is, boy, keep on looking. Stay tuned to that White House. Because, with Trump acting like he doing, I might have a chance to run up on, what's his wife's name?
Uh-oh. Oh, Melania?
Boy,
please. Have mercy.
She might get pissed at him and want to run out for a minute.
Oh, she's going to be gone after his ass leaves the damn White House. But anyway. No comment.
Her and her son ain't got nothing to do with none of that. She said, shit. We out.
I don't even know what to say about that. That's your last word, Bob? My last word is happy birthday, Ketel. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And hopefully if you're in the Washington, D.C., Metro, Virginia, Maryland area, hope to see you tomorrow night at Ketel's birthday party. And that's all I got. Over to you, Ketel. Okay, my last word is thanks for the shout-outs for the birthday on Facebook. I appreciate that. And like Redwine said, hope to see you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you next week. Give us the address one more time. 1410 Missouri Avenue, Northwest 20011.
Rain or shine.
There you go. Rain or shine. All right. We're going to show out. You know what? All right. All right. Thanks again for the birthday shout-outs, everybody who called in. I appreciate that. And that's shout out to Porky Pig. All right. Appreciate it. And Rihanna. Shine like Rihanna. And Lynette Michelle. And Lena. Chanel. Okay. Yeah, we appreciate all of them.
And rest in peace, the voice of Rocky the Squirrel. All
right now. And Regina Hall, if you out there listening, thank you. Shout out to Girl Trip. I know that's right. Made number 2. They should have made number 1. I think last weekend they were number 1. Yeah, that's all right. When it came out with number 2, Dunkard, that other crazy one. Oh, Dunkirk? Oh, whatever. Was number 1. But anyway. Whatever. All right. We out. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. All right, peace.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown Party Crew, keep it real for you.